From diaper days to carpool lines and everything in between, we've spent nearly 2 decades raising our children and keeping them safely in our nests. For millions of families, this back-to-school year is going to be bittersweet as our little ones prepare to spread their wings and fly the coop. Suzy Mighel is the founder of Empty Nest Blessed. She is here to share some important insights into empty nest syndrome and how you can face this transition with grace, faith, and joy. Welcome. How are you?
Doing well.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, you have got 3 grown children, and they were kind of stair-stepped in ages. I'm really curious, how did you feel when that last child left the nest?
Well, it is a weird juxtaposition of grief, I think, at them leaving. You will miss them. And also just at that stage, motherhood just coming to an end. At the same time, there's this sort of feeling of exhilaration that this exciting time is coming in your life where you don't really have to be responsible for another person in your home. It's really your time.
I love your positive spin on that, because I remember the first day of kindergarten with all 3 of my kids, and I boo-hooed. I could not stop crying, and then now I've had two boys have left the nest. I've got one that's still snugly in my nest, but I do dread that when we finally do have that empty nest syndrome. Why is it, do you think, that this transition can sometimes be so difficult for parents?
I think it's hard to see your children going through an emotional time, and it is emotional for them as they're making the biggest transition of their life, getting ready to leave the nest. But at the same time, you're going through an emotional transition, and it's very, very important that parents do not take their emotional baggage, put it onto their children. Remember, they're not responsible for your feelings. So parents need to find a safe place to put that. Talk to a pastor, a counselor, or a trusted friend, and really work through that. That way, then you're emotionally freed up to use this time to listen to your child, encourage them, and let them know you have full confidence in their ability to handle what is to come.
All right, are there things that you suggest that we do to prepare for this transition before they actually leave the nest?
It is really important to establish a really positive expectation when it comes to communication, especially. There are a lot of things that can go wrong with that, especially when it comes to things like texting and you're not hearing back from them. What is happening? So we told our kids we knew that they loved us. We weren't going to doubt that for a minute. And we were going to trust that they were going to answer our texts in a timely fashion. We wanted them to focus on what they were going through, what they were adjusting to, and really be present. And we were not going to doubt their love for us or go off the deep end. We were just going to trust that. So it really is about establishing that adult relationship with your children and learning to show respect for them as individuals.
I think for many, it's the idea of a loss of identity.
Yeah.
You know, you've been identified as mom, you know, or dad for almost 20 years with them in the nest, and then all of a sudden you're facing a brand new identity. What kind of tips do you have to help us reestablish our identities?
Well, I think there are 3 really important things that you can do. One is you can focus on what you have maybe set aside while the kids were in the nest. So think about the things that you want to do, the things you need to do, and maybe the places you want to go. So first of all, the things you need to do, did you neglect your health and fitness? Did you neglect some of your relationships? It's time to join that gym. It's time to pick up that phone and make those doctor appointments and make those calls and reestablish some relationships. Secondly, I think focus on what you want to do. Do you want to reinvigorate your education? Dive into some passions that you put aside. What do you want to do? What is making you excited to spend more time on? And go ahead and go for that. And thirdly, I always tell new empty nesters, you need to plan a getaway. Plan something to do within the first 2 months of the empty nest. It's that shoulder season. It's an affordable time to go away. Make plans to get away and really enjoy that time. Separate from your normal and really think about, what do I want this next phase to be? And you can be excited about looking forward then.
I think that is great, and your disposition is fantastic and so encouraging. You definitely seem like you're not life isn't over. It's
No.
just completely a beginning again, and maybe the focus can shift from always being about on the kids to
Definitely.
maybe on some of your own needs and wants and places that you want to go. So I really do appreciate you being here. I also understand that you've got a book that's coming out.
I do. I have a
I
book
can't wait
coming
for
out
that.
this fall. Thank you. It's called Empty Nest Blessed, 60 Days to Finding Joy in the Empty Nest. And it is a positive, joyful, practical, sometimes challenging look at adjusting to the empty nest, finding purpose, parenting adult children well. Got to make that transition. They're not kids anymore, and it will look different.
Fantastic.
So,
I
thank
really
you.
do appreciate you
Oh,
being here.
thank you, Paige.
Thank you so much. And to learn more about empty nest syndrome or to get a copy of Suzy's book, you can go to emptynestblessed.com/book.